yesterday, I'd say. I think it was the CT side, and their T side actually looked a little bit lackluster, so we'll wait and see. Of course, I do think that Cobble may not be as good as, well, it possibly could be. Like, Binary Dragons are a decent team, but I feel like Imperial are going to be showing much more, especially in terms of aggression, in terms of individual skill. I think Imperial are definitely up there, and arguably one of the favorites in this tournament alongside Kinguin. If I'm brutally honest, I think the winner of this could be the winner of the whole thing, but we'll have to wait and see. Hyper's going to have himself a kit and 2 flashes. Again, no smoke, which is the more common when it comes to purchasing back. The T's are going to get a little bit of utility themselves. Victor with a smoke, an HE, and a flashbang, and the smoke has already been expended. Go down just to block off any vision from Rallen. He'll just be spamming through. Can't see anything as of yet. Died. Waiting patiently. They've still got over a minute left on the clock. CTs have actually gambled quite a few players over towards this A side of the map, but it's just more waiting for a split. That's the big thing here. They're going to try and go down, drop, catch off any rotations. The problem is, because they've shown so much over towards this A side of the map, there isn't going to be a huge amount of rotation. Most of the players will already be passed, which could work out in their favor if they all turn around and look towards the A site itself. But if they're still watching drop like they are now, it's going to be very difficult. Either way, push beginning. Rallen looking for the shots. Finds the first. Shimeta is down. The nade's going to do a little bit of extra damage, but here comes that split potential. However, it's being shut down. There's only one man left. He's surrounded. It will be a couple of kills, though, and somehow on the site itself, it's gone back to a 2v2. Sparrow now looking to try and find the head of Spy Leader. Does it? And leaves it all onto Victor. He doesn't have armor. He's only got a Glock. He's got to try and hit instant headshots, and he's just not able to. Kinguin are going to find themselves the pistol round without too much trouble. And I feel like it was actually that smoke. That smoke at the beginning just seemed to give a little bit too much away. Well, we're going to see Rallen on that trusty MP9. A couple of UMPs and 2 M4s. Oh, you didn't see the HP. Okay, there we go. Sorted. Sorted. Not going to be going down. Only P250s in this round. Once again, they're going to try and get an extra bomb plant. Do some damage, but not really expecting a whole lot in this situation already. We're going to see the loss of multiple players as Mouse uses that M4 to finish things off. Mihu with one of his own, making a little bit of extra cash off that UMP. But other than that, we were just waiting patiently for these rifles to come in. And actually, Victor's going to go down to UMP, so looking to try and make himself a little bit of extra in terms of utility. So I wonder if that was... Oh, that must have actually been dropped. I think that was a swap from Spy Leader, who's... Yeah, he's got the utility and the AK-47, so Victor taking the hit in this situation. Entry from Dreamer, though. Nice start to the round. Mouse around the corner, going to be waiting. It's a bit of a bonus coming out from the CT side, but the bonus is going to be removed. The banks, they're being shut down. They're told the money is not to be saved, but Mihu will be able to get one. An AK picked up. Now that's all. That's all they have left. And the CT side, even going into the next round, it's not going to be the best case scenario, especially with Victor finishing him off at the end. Nice round from Imperial. The bonus round doesn't achieve much, but now we'll see the investment back in from the CT side. First map was 1917 in the favor of Imperial on train. Either way, though, this is what we're talking about. The buyback in. Mihu actually going to go for the AWP once again. I think it's the more aggressive plays. Work out for him. Although he's not going to go overly in this situation. Just going to play towards long. Wait patiently to see if anybody peeks the angle. This time the T side have gone more into a slower sort of default round. Possibly expecting some aggression to come out from the CT side as their utility is likely to be a lot lower. However, they've done alright considering. The bonus round went very well. They didn't lose a single player, so... Well, the round before the bonus, where they made all the extra money using the SMGs, so... That's sort of the power of a bonus round, and now it gives them that chance to actually reset the economy as well. Although the T's have built up a little bit of extra cash because the last round was actually so clean for them. Either way, T side are going to look to gather back up towards this B side of the map. The entries from them last round were magnificent. Peek. Coming out from Mouse. Doesn't see anything as of yet, and that may prompt a bit more of a retake. The problem is, they should have heard everything in drop already. Start from Spiro. Gets himself one. It is going to be trades, but Hyper's given them the man advantage at least for now. But Bubble going strong. Brings it back into a 2 versus 2. Mihu on the AWP just waiting patiently for the cross. There isn't too much utility, although the Incendiary picked up may help them out. Spy Leader just about surviving. And Mihu not holding the cross well enough allows the bomb to be planted. Now they have to retake, and retaking with the AWP is not going to be the easiest thing in the world. Mihu missing another opportunity. Bush going to be coming back in from Rarlan. He's the man who's going to have to do quite a bit of the work here, as he's the rifler for the team. Mihu gets spotted, but it's Bubble to pick off one. Into the 1 versus 1. Tries to go back with the pistol, but Bubble with the 4K. Big round from him. He matches his opponents alone, and that's going to be the reset round for Kinguin. They don't convert after the bonus, and Imperials are now all but set to take the lead. Force buy actually going to come in from the CTs is quite an interesting one, because they could have got themselves a buy in the last, or in the next, sorry. They had enough that with 2,400 they would have still had rifles. Maybe they want more than that, and will attempt to get that extra utility based off the higher loss bonus. Nova in for Spiro. That's definitely interesting. Hello. I always love a little bit of shotgun action. Unfortunately, it's not going to be coming in at all. They're just going to go walking past. That smoke. It's interesting, though, because if you leave players with the chance to flank you on the A site, it can go very, very well. Peek out, though. Dreamer's going to spot one from behind. There's still Mihu, though. And this exact spot yesterday was enough to win them around from Mihu. He is an absolute beast with this Deeg. The fact is, though, the CT side, they're not going to bother. You know what? Nah, you can have the round. We're going to hold on to our pistols. Give us something to play with in the next. And then, after that, they'll have themselves the extra loss bonus to get them a buy. Eastside probably going to be a little bit confused in this situation. Not even really holding for extra kills. Mihu's just waiting in case anybody looks to actually push through long, but hasn't spotted anything. Eastside will keep all of their weapons. That's perfect for Imperial. To be honest, from their perspective, they're just thinking, keep all 5 players alive and win another round. Yeah, sure. Yeah, we'll take that all day. As said, this is where things could be a little bit better for the CT side. They're not going to have too much of a problem buying into the next round. They'll get 2,900. That will give them enough to get an AWP. A lot of utility on pretty much every single player. T-side, after not spotting too many players, may expect a buy in this round, and they're looking to push over towards this B side of the map. Pop flash going to be thrown in from Dreamer. Only Mao's going to be anywhere near. He's left completely blind, but still takes down Shimena. Can't actually capitalize in this situation. We will see one more. Hyper on the site goes down with his UMP, and one by one, we see the fall of Kinguin. Still a chance to do some extra damage. Rarlan only has a CZ, so I'm not really sure why he'd opt to save in this spot. Me, who may want to keep the extra little bits of armor. Just gonna hold for exits again. It's a bit weird. From me, who I understand it, but for Rarlan, he's only got a CZ. Like, okay, maybe he doesn't want to give them the extra $300, but I think they're gonna cope. I don't think they're going to be sat there going, well, sat here on about 11 grand. I'm feeling a little bit poor at the moment. I don't get it. Maybe he really wants that CZ. Either way, we are going to see the AWP brought into play. Spiro will be dropped it from Mouse. They're still going to have a decent amount of utility available. 4-2. As said, though, the T-side already have a ludicrous amount of money, and this is a decent chance for them to really lay into Kinguin. T-side is normally better for Imperial than their CT side on most of these maps. Pop flash going to go in. Aggressive push from Mouse. Looking to try and push onto these players. The deep smoke that can be thrown from spawn allows them to take this extra map control. Now, with that smoke down, the T should expect this. It should be almost scripted. They're actually going to throw some more nades down. An extra smoke to go even further forward. Now, this gives them complete control of that upper B position, but it's not something you can really hope to hold on to. And it means the rotations, well, they'll have to go all the way around the back of the map if they're going to go for anything of the sort. In the meantime, T-side have managed to take drop control. A minute left on the clock. Now it's just going to be waiting. They're still just using their utility to hold back any push towards this B side. And on the other side of things, well, there's a little bit of a crossfire, even a boost in play. They're throwing an awful lot at this round in terms of strategy. But here we go. Mal's going to be up close. They try and get past, but Spiro's holding with the AWP as well, and he's going to find himself too. Big stuff from him. 35 seconds left. They need to isolate him and look to try and retrieve that bomb, and unfortunately, it's just not going very well. Left all onto Dreamer. He had a big round just moments ago, but it is not looking good. Rarlan knows exactly where he is. 20 seconds left. He doesn't even have time to retrieve the bomb if he wanted to, and will just push out into the open, hand his life to Kinguin. And a nice little round. The control that they took there made things very awkward. And I like the crossfire. I like that AWP sitting back from Spiro, just waiting to bait for his teammate. So, 3-4. Still a chance for a reset. And the T-side still have cash in the bank as well, even going into the next round. So, definitely not going to be easy for Kinguin going into the next few, but a nice little switch up. Definitely caught out remaining players. The smoke's going to go in again. Nade thrown out from Bubble. Just going to start free-firing. After last round, he's not happy. He wants to take things quickly. And look at the rest of his team. They've already gone down. Drop Victor leading the charge. Finds one. This time it's not working. You could try your setup once, but Imperial will counter it the next round. And without that extra aggression, without control of drop, it leaves the two remaining players over towards that A site with very little to hope for. Side just waiting at the moment. Almost as if they've frozen, possibly expecting some sort of rotation. Now they've actually turned it into a 3v2. They could have overplayed their hand a little bit here. They want to get these remaining weapons out, but they've brought it into a situation that could actually be possible. Mihu's going to go for the push, but he falls. And maybe that player going down could have actually been just that little bit of a bait that pulls Rarlan and Mihu to try and challenge, and instead it's going to leave them in a predicament next round. Rarlan just hoping to catch another exit, hoping to do some extra damage. Likelihood's pretty slim, and with Dreamer sneaking past... What? Dreamer's behind... How do you not see that? They just walk straight past each other. Absolutely wonderful. 3-5. Money will be there to actually buy into the next round anyway. CT's just going to invest a little bit into pistols. Four's going to be called in. Tactical from Imperial, so clearly not happy with the way things are going. They've actually just reset the economy of the CT side, so... Interesting that they're going to be the ones calling the attack. Spy leader now timed out, so it's going to call the stop in. So we are going to have a little bit more of a lull, a bit of a break. Spam in the chat. But we are going to see the return of everybody to the server. Who won the first map? It was Imperial. Three to 5. Only Rallen with a weapon, so we'll see if he goes for something aggressive, something audacious, the push. Over towards that mid position, hoping to spot somebody out. Can't see anything as of yet. Spy leader going to be spraying through, so he has to be a little bit careful in this scenario. The rest of the team, they're still playing a somewhat default. Now, I would rather see just Rallen over towards A, maybe play passive and have just 4 players on B. Or just do it the other way around. Just have Rallen on the B site, the one where you're normally expecting a bit more, and then have the rest of the players on A. This sort of setup doesn't seem to be working too well. Already the first kill will be coming in. Dropping the man with the bomb. With the bomb? With the AK, sorry. He can come out from Mihu. Even still, he's deadly. Will be able to catch himself that first. CT side. Now have a bit of a chance. There's 50 seconds left on the clock. The bomb going to be rotating over towards this A side. Mihu, with that AK in hand, if he can pop some heads, maybe there'll be something interesting here. But they're looking like they're going to gamble over towards the wrong side of the map. Everybody pushing over towards B. And the T's in the meantime are just going to go pushing through long. Easy round for Imperial. No real chance for them to lose any more players. Mihu can just save himself that rifle, and the only thing they'll be a little bit more skeptical is whether they can actually get an AWP. The likelihood is no, unless Rallen's going to go glass cannon. Piper through the door. Shimeda will take him down. No armor, of course, but it's still a beautiful shot to see. Mihu, very far away. Lovely CZ name, by the way, Mihu. Thank you for that. just the subtle caps lock of it all is wonderful. Sparrow's still looking to try and catch somebody on the exit. Spamming shots away. Can't quite find anything. It'll be 6-3. CT side are going to be buying the next round. Six to 3. He does actually go for it. Rallen with the glass cannon AWP. Looking like he may just go for the peek into middle. Trying to find that first kill. Doesn't quite hit the shot and has to be careful that it doesn't get caught on the way back. T's playing very passive at the moment. Victor all the way back as far as he can go. Can't spot anything out as of yet. Rallen with the AWP. Spots one crossing. There's a second player to be had, but really too much you can do about that. Mihu in the meantime. Trying to find something over towards that long spot, but the flash going to leave him completely blind. Peek out, there we go. Mihu starts things. First kill goes the way. Another. Goes back, though. And now the T's are actually going to try and pounce on this. They've got a minute left on the clock. Push coming through. Rallen doesn't have any idea. The spy leaders just run straight through. The A site falls within a matter of seconds, and the rotation from Mouse is going to attempt to try and stop them. But the rest of the team are going to be far behind. Hyper will be able to bring one back, though, as he catches Dreamer trying to hold them. It does leave it into a 3v3. The possibility is there. I like this position from Spy Leader, though. It's quite underused. Behind the truck. Not something that you're going to check too often. Can't be spotted until they actually cross over. And it's not going to matter because Kinguin, once again, they're going to be forced into a safe situation. Me, who has a little bit of extra cash, so the 400 will give him enough to buy. And Spiro should actually be able to drop a rifle as well. So, not the worst case scenario here. Spiro does, however, only have a UMP, but will probably drop that to a teammate instead. We're already going to see 7 rounds coming up from Imperial. Again, it's the pistol going the way of the CT side, and then they just don't really do anything off of it. CT side will be forcing once again. As said, they keep themselves some weapons going. Sparrow will drop one extra over. Mihu's actually going to start things off with the AWP as well, so not bad going from him. He actually has exactly enough to get it with Kevlar. That's the first kill going their way. Ralen's still taking the peek towards mid. Has to be a little bit careful here. Doesn't want to give this away. You've got the man advantage. Fall back. Don't take any more aggressive peeks because it's just not worth it. They're at a sort of point where they don't really want to be losing too many more rounds. It's not as T-sided as it used to be. But Mihu has rotated. He's found another. He's taking this round by storm. 4 kills already for Mihu. Spy Leader trying to deny his ace and may just do that as he's down to just 2 HP. Mihu's still fighting this one. Has to be careful because their money could be getting pretty low. The flash actually could have completely blinded him. Not the best case scenario for them in this position. Spy Leader. How much damage can he do? CT side need to kill him without losing anybody else, and they've already finished one more. Ralen is in the back line. Should be able to kill him without too much trouble. He's very well positioned, and while picking up that AWP, he's just going to try and throw it away. Ralen could actually pick that up, but doesn't seem to know where it is. 4-7. Mihu with another big round. T-side, though, they've built up so much cash, and you actually look at this position, the CT side, even after winning the round, they're going to come out with a worse buy. Aggressive push, though. They're going to try and stop Mihu in his tracks. No AWP for him this time. Pushing straight onto him, but he's actually managed to get in one of the back lines here. He finds the first kill. The bomb going to continue its push forward. They haven't been able to take Mihu out of that position, but they will find Ralen and the second as well. Dreamer spinning around. Hyper with the UMP. Will be able to get one, and they've hit these T players very low. Making things look more and more possible by the second, especially considering that the T's pretty much ground. So a whole Victor with the vac shot straight through the smoke takes down Spiro. Leaves it onto 2. Hyper and Mouse. $50 seconds left on the clock, and it seems like they may have taken the bait here. Just the slow play from the T's has made Mouse think, okay, maybe they're going back. It leaves Hyper all alone. He still hasn't spotted anyone. The bomb's down. I don't really know why Mouse is going so far over towards B. The bomb is on the floor. Hyper just looked right at it. They must know it's there. Looking like a long flank, but this flank's going to be so far behind that it just doesn't make much sense. Luckily, Hyper's able to hold his own at least for a second, but Dreamer will take his head clean off. Now Mouse, he has to be super quick with his flank. He should get a 3v kill. Bring it into the 1 versus 1. Spy Leader has got to try and clutch this. He's low on HP. Mouse doesn't have any utility. He not know he's here. Jumps up. Doesn't quite manage to connect. Be spraying down, but Mouse will win. 15 HP remains. 1 bullet more would have been the case. The bomb is going to be defused. 2 rounds in a row for the CT side, but once again, they only have 1 man left. And because of it, the CT side are still set for a reset if they can't win this one. Picked up, waiting for the aggression, but actually loses the duel. Mihu takes him down in this situation, but 2 players already low. Both on that A site as well. B side going to go rotating back towards this A site. 1 minute 50 at the clock. Fire leader blinded actually makes a little bit of extra noise. Mihu's going to go into a more aggressive angle. He's so low on HP that he can't afford to miss. There's no second chances, especially with this aggression. He's going to go peeking. Rarlan finds 1, but it is a quick trade, and actually Shimeda's able to get 2. The smoke going to go onto the cross. Shimeda low on HP. CT side with a little bit of extra utility. Mouse has been spotted jumping through. Bubble just runs into the open, but luckily Dream is there to help him out. Rotation being held as well. Shimeda in a position that may not be checked. Hyper goes running round. Dreamer finishes off 1 more. And now the money situation goes wrong again for Kinguin. They're going to force it. And they may leave themselves with a 10-5. T-side money has been good for so long. Going to be thrown in. A little bit of a bait, but there's actually 3 players over towards this A side. Mihu going to go for the peek with the dig, but he doesn't connect this time. A 2-2 split now as there's so many T's over towards this A side of the map. They're going to go pushing towards Rarlan. He's got his CZ in hand, manages to find 1. Only 3 bullets left in the clip, and he takes Bubble very low, looking for more though, and he's actually done an awful lot of damage. He's given his team quite a bit of a chance. Mouse will spot that they've already gone pushing. Spiro tagged. He himself has a deagle. There's 2 players that are 1 bullet to pretty much any gun. Mouse is actually going to find one of them pushing in from behind. Picks up an AK. Looks for a little bit more. Flashes through but falls without doing anything more. And now it's all on to Spiro. Deagle. 3 players left. 1 of them is low. Just spotted him as well, but it doesn't matter. Victor will finish. BFH, I don't know who that is. Five to 9. Once again, it's going to have to be pistols for Kinguin. And this A site has really been where we see the T's just take the fight. In terms of their individual players, we've seen pretty much everybody have a decent showing in this game. The difference is on the CT side, Rarlan not showing up as much as he did in that first one. Hyper hasn't had those highly impactful kills. We'll see if that can happen over on the T side. For now, they're trying to get a 9-6. Win that pistol, and they'll even things up going on to the T side, which for a lot of teams is still that favored side. Already, Rarlan again. He's good for 1 a lot of the time with these pistols. Mihu going to go pushing in. His opposition left blind. He finds 1 and the second as well. Mihu with this dig always seems to come up big. And he's brought it back into a 2v2. He's given a bit of a chance over to his teammates. 1 man holding the flank. Mao's going to be waiting patiently. Spiro on the site as well. Spiro do. Trying to spot out. Nice shot. Lovely flick. Takes the head off a bubble. It's now on to Shimena. 1 versus 2. Spam comes in and Spiro will net them a 6th round. Kinguin, they at least bring something back. End up on a fairly standard half in the end. Now we get to see what Imperial can do on that CT side. Once again, very little in terms of utility, but nothing, in fact, for Imperial. Straight USPs, just going to rely on their aim. Don't have a kit. If the bomb goes down, very difficult. House is going to look to be the one to make the entry kill. Over towards this B side of the map, peeks out, finds the first kill. Still a man over in Chicken Coop, though. What could Dreamer do? The answer is nothing. As once again, the pistol starts off strong for Kinguin. Taps going away. Spy Leader trying to find something. The push is coming in from drops. They got to be careful. Could be perfect for this flank. And now he's left in the open, but still hits the headshot. Victor has managed to get another one as well. Gives them the man advantage back. A little bit over-aggressive. Peek from Spy Leader. Will lose his life. And Rarlan looking to try and come round the side, but Victor is aware. Wonderful stuff from Victor. Absolutely magnificent in that pistol. Finishes off 3, and what started so strong for Kinguin falls in the end, as now they will be forced to force. East side have invested. They got a few smokes. Pushing round long portion of the map. Victor has himself a rifle. Now, obviously, getting 3 kills does give him that little bit of bonus cash. Utility is at an absolute minimum for the CT side. And there's Mihu once again. Such a beast with this Deagle. Now, the range has been highly limited. Spy Leader going to go running in, but already he's taking a lot of damage. A decent position from Bubble, though. A wrong angle checked. What can be done? Spy Leader somehow still alive, holding on with this SMG, but he will lose his life eventually. Mao's looking for more. Mihu with the Deag, still doing work. Gets a second, but not the third. I don't know how he seems to do so well with that weapon. A little bit of magic always seems to come his way, but unfortunately, it's not enough. They only get themselves 4 of the 5 needed. He sits at the top once again, 17 and 12, and they're going to risk it. They're taking everything into their own hands. Mihu actually going to drop the AK for a teammate. Gets a Deagle back in return. The CT side are not taking any risks here. 4 rifles. Spy Leader going to stick with his MP9, but he's over towards drop. Keba P. I genuinely read that as like Michigan. I was like, wait, what? No, wait, these just put Mihu and Kinguin together. Surely it'd work better if it was Michigan. Either way, we'll see what Mihu can do once again in this round. Peek out from Dreamer. Already taking quite a bit of damage. Maybe a little bit over-aggressive. They don't expect the AK. Already starting strong will be Maus. Nate gonna dunk down, looking for the trader Shimeta. Rotation already in from his teammate. Spy Leader will be able to find 1 and 2 and bring things back once again. Now all onto Maus. He does have the AK. 18 HP. 25 seconds to play with the long rotation coming in from Victor. May not be necessary. It's actually going to give up one plant over to Mouse. Going to have to go for it by the time Victor gets here. Flash going to go down, slowing him a little bit more. He's only got 7 seconds. He has to go for this plant. And the second that this is heard, Victor should just be able to peek out. Deny. Long rotation. Working out wonderfully. Was a little bit lucky that Mouse didn't go for the plant a little bit sooner. But either way, Imperial now take a 6-round lead. The early force does not pay off for Kinguin. Although they did some extra damage once again. They're going to have to save. And before they can get another buy on the board, it will be 13 rounds for Imperial. Only 3 needed to take themselves to the grand final. And fight for not only the cash prize, but also that chance to be involved in the qualifier for Star Series. Either way, a few pistols invested. Please, can you just swap, like, Mouse? Just give that to me, who? Make this a bit more interesting. Give him a chance. We know what he can do. But look how passive. Look how passive these CTs are. They're like, nope. We've had enough of you and these pistols. We're going to sit as far back as we can. And you're going to have to come into our crosshairs. And you can already see. Peek out. Bubble. Oh, lines them up, but doesn't quite manage to knock them down. Victor will get one with a nade. Nice little dung, but Rarlan can do it too. Takes the head off of one. Spy leader cleaning up with the SMG. That will be 13-6. Buy-in. Finally a full buy. Been a long wait for them to get this in their hands. Seven-round lead now for Imperial. They haven't built up a whole lot of cash, so winning here could actually make a big difference for Kinguin. If they lose it, well, the game is going to be coming right down to the wire for them. They managed to squeeze past Binary Dragons with a couple of 16-13 victories, but definitely didn't look convincing. A nice start. Rarlan will catch the boost out. They're going to try and find Shimeda as well, and will do just that. Leaves only one player over towards this B side of the map. Dreamer all alone. Still 2 players on A. A little bit more of a gamble. Smoke going to come down. Bomb yet to be rotating. Almost trying to bait. Push from the CT side. Bait the rotations. Dreamer will be heard. Gonna go pushing back into drop. The bomb's starting to make its way over. Victor is gonna find one. Going aggressive. Brings it back to a 3 versus 4. Maybe it's not done just yet. Peek out, but that's the miss that costs it. If Dreamer wins that fight, there's more of a chance. The problem is the remaining 2 players so far away from the action. They should just save their weaponry. Now with the added cash, Bubble will be able to drop a weapon. Shimeda can buy his own. Dreamer will be a little bit closer, and well, Victor can probably drop something at least. He'll be, oh, that's a shame. He'll be $50 off dropping an M4. But he can drop something. So I think they're just going to save. Look to try and break the economy of Kinguin going into what could be the final rounds of the game. The Kinguin have got such a long road ahead of them. Even with this round win, they're going to need another 6 in a row just to even up the scoreline. They have managed it before. Starting strong on the last map of Train. It even looked like they were going to take it when it came towards the end. They were resetting the economy of their opponent. Then having it done straight back to them as well. Hey, I'm a boss. Yeah, I remember you. I remember. Do you remember? 21st night of September. Yes, I do. B-side. Back in. AWP from Bobble. They're going to go for this push once again, but this time they've decided it will not hold on. Other finalists is not decided Tomorrow we will have North Academy versus X-Tartus. X-Tartus! Yes! Love saying their name. It's amazing. Yeah, I feel like you have to put that sort of yes voice on, otherwise it doesn't really work. X-Tartus. Like Spartacus. You have to say it like that, otherwise they're like X-Tartus? It doesn't work. I'm gonna stop trying to do accents now because it doesn't work for me. CT side. Playing much further back. Not too much aggression. The only real aggression is this sort of corner spot. And there's actually no Molotovs, so they can't clear them out. However, they will already find the pick and drop, which is going to leave their defense a little bit more skeptical. Flashbang. Well, not quite Mihu. It's going to be the first kill, but Victor, wow, that was traded so quickly. Bubble on spot, though. He's got this AWP. Not something we've seen so far. He's trapped in the corner, but still hits the shot. Spiro not able to trade. Eventually, it will come back, though. Hyper doing the work. And look at this flank. Rarlan, Mr. Sneaky Beaky. There's no way they can expect this. He's so well positioned. Dreamer is not going to know what's hit him, and it may not even matter. How does he know? How does Dreamer know? He's a genius. He's a legend as he finishes off Hyper. Wow. That is incredible. That is incredible. 14-7. Dreamer. Just wow. Just wow. $14-7. Money will be there for another rebuy for Kinguin, but if they lose this round, their money is stuffed, and they'll be going into what will probably be the end of the game with nothing. Instead, they're going to pick up the pace. They're going to speed things up. Molotov will deny them at least for a second. Molotov going to go down to try and clear anybody off of the plateau position. Dreamer going to get into the corner. 4 players around this area. Sneak coming through for Mihu, but Dreamer will be there to start once again. Smokes have gone down, but there's 2 players on this plat now. They've got to check this corner. They haven't checked it. Dreamer peeks out, finds 2, can't get the 3rd. But they've already got the man advantage. Player and drop, Hyper. Going to try and stop any rotations from coming in. They've got to try and get towards this bomb site. Rarlan still held over towards the stairs, but Spy Leader yet to take a lick of damage is going to find him easily. It's on to Hyper. He's got to make a big play here. Spots the first, finds the kill, but Bubble is there to trade. And now the money is going to be smacked out of the hands. Like taking candy from a baby, as the T side have to force things here. It will be pistols and Rarlan with an AK to try and survive in this matchup. Imperial, they've been impressive, it has to be said. May have deserved to get to this final. They've been here since the beginning. They weren't an invited team. Had to fight all the way through the groups. Now they're ready and set. They need one more round and they are in the grand finals. B-side, they're going to take over this long control again. You can see how passive the hold is, and Bubble with this AWP has been a big difference. Seen a different player since it's been in his hands. Dreamer's still been the one that has been the most impressive since they've got it, but look how spread the frags are on this team. Bubble again. They need to get this AWP in his hands more often, seriously. Take some more ecos, guys, because this guy is such a beast with the AWP. 3rd kill for him as they head closer and closer to the grand final. Bubble leading the charge. He's got Victor to support him, spotting out the last couple of players. The AK has been picked up by Hyper, but it's not going to matter as he's finished off. Imperial dominate their opponent's map pick. They knock Kinguin out of the tournament. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is it for today. We'll be back tomorrow, of course, with our semi-final of North Academy versus X-Tartus. And even the grand final, which will involve Imperial. If you have enjoyed, don't forget, exclamation mark caster will take you to my Twitter. It is only 24 hours now until my giveaway will be done. So if you want to enter that, you've got to do it now or never. And yeah, thank you very much. It's been an absolute pleasure. And we'll be back tomorrow.